Hey everyone, welcome back to my workbench. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with this CDX. I found an interesting thing so far is when I go to tune it, the tracking and laser and the phase loops and everything on a commercially produced CD, which is this guy. You can see how that's nice and silver. You can actually see the screen there. See how bright and silver it is? And I'd have like no light going on the screen, but you see it's a silver color. And this is obviously a CDR. You can see the bluish hue to it. And the problem is the reflectivity of a commercially produced disc is different from a CDR. So when I go to tune it with this Mozart commercially tuned, commercially stamped, they literally stamp the pattern in and they flash it with a layer of layer of mylar, and that's how they manufacture it. But it's stamped like a record. They have a master that stamps it. A CD uses a chemical phase change when the laser comes across and writes it. Even though conventional CD players, of course, can play CDRs, the reflectivity is different between the two of them. So when I go to tune, this is a one I burned. Even between these two discs, there's this particular brand of CDR has a very silver reflectivity, just very similar to a commercially produced disc. So I can tune it to both of these pretty easily. The commercial ones I can tune to really easily, get the tracking right. And then this guy is pretty close because this is a name brand verbatim CDR, CD-R. So it's a nice almost silver color with a slight green tint. And then you have this one, which is one of the games that was written on a CDR as well. I don't know what brand it is, but it's definitely got a different blue hue to it. So the reflectivity, it's going to be different. So when the laser goes to track it, I go to tune for one and it works great, and I go to tune this one, it doesn't work great. What I think I'm going to have to do is, let's see, that's a burned one too. So you can see the greenish blue. And this one here is a burned disc too. This has got you can see you'll never see a commercial, whenever you burn a disc, you see that phase change right there. That's where the laser stopped writing, because it doesn't write it out. But when they stamp a disc, even though it doesn't fill the whole thing, like I know this is only like 9 tracks or 10 tracks, but you can see how it's silver all the way to the edge, so there's no phase change at the end. So long story short, means this is very frustrating to tune, and trying to get this really working with I can get it to work sometimes, and then it gets halfway through the full motion video and stops working. Some discs work great, like the Sega CD worked great, and this Popful Mail doesn't want to work. The disc is perfectly clean. I'm still having issues with it. So I'll have to keep working on it. I might set this aside for a couple days and see what else I can do with it. It's being really, really frustrating. I thought the last one I worked on was bad. This one is somehow even worse. I don't know how. I don't know if this laser is replaced or what. It's hard to tell from here. It's dark in here, man. I can't tell if it's a new laser or not. Looks like a new one, actually. but the it's clean. Everything should work, but I think it has a lot to do with the reflectivity of these discs, and it's making it really difficult. This particular example, CDX, has a real hard time keeping the tracking going. When it tries to track from one track to the next, it's having a bear of a time. Even on some of the commercially produced ones, I had to really jigger with these are the two. This is the tracking gain, that's the tracking offset here. These are really touchy. This TX here, sorry, this one is the, what do they call this? Is the E and the FB. I think what that stands for. This one's real touchy. This is the laser level. The problem is whenever you adjust this, because I've been trying to bump up the laser level, but of course it affects all three of these. You make any adjustment here, you go again, have to go back through here and adjust all three of them because they all interact with each other. These two you can change. It doesn't affect these, how these operate, but you start changing that laser level, everything everything interacts. So I think I might come back to this in a day or two. It's starting to really get to me. I want to finish cutting some fiberglass for that Tiger Learning computer and give that a try. I was trying to make a new intermediary board for it, and this guy landed on my workbench, and I want to work on that one a little bit. So I don't know. It's been really touchy. Let me just say that. It's just one of the touchiest ones I've ever had to deal with. I mean, the last one, at least I was able to get close. I mean, it would play most things like without any adjustments. This one, when I received it, it wasn't even playing commercial CDs at that time. So I don't know. I mean, it would play like, it was weird. It would play the Sonic CD, and it wouldn't play anything else. Everything else was like really wouldn't track at all on them. So. Alright, I think tomorrow night you're going to see some cut fiberglass, and the Tiger Learning computer will come back to the workbench for a little bit, and then I'll come back to this guy. This one is just, I almost want to find a way to just, I know there's a way to turn this slightly sideways and put little blocks up on it so I can access all four of these more easily. So actually these two. This one I can get. This one is like impossible to get. And this is the touchy one that really has interacts with everything else. So I think I'm gonna find a little plastic block to move it over and give that a try. But I think I'll cut some fiberglass tomorrow. Demonstrate a little more learning computer, so we all can learn more about the Tiger Learning computer. But thanks for watching. I haven't given up yet, but this is a really frustrating one. So everyone have a great Memorial Day weekend.